All right, we are back at the Austin Pod. Don't know what episode we're on, but
Yeah, 7, 8?
I have lost track.
I know. We're going to
We-
get caught up.
We haven't even done that many, but I'm just like, I don't know, they're all blending together. But today we are talking about the ins and outs of Austin, just like things in general or things that maybe like we've been sick of lately or that we're loving lately. And yeah, well, I guess to start off, like, what's that?
I know. Are we? Yeah, I feel like this last week went by so fast.
It really did.
Like every other week in Austin, I wanted to post in my story, like, oh, it's the weekend again. Let's drink again.
Are you still on your hiatus?
No. So somehow Kelsey got out of work early on Tuesday. And I
Okay.
was like, oh, it's sunny out. It's a perfect day to like shoot some content.
It was a nice day.
Yeah. And then Nickel City was doing a special menu at Still Austin where they were putting their high proof whiskey, like very high alcohol percentage, in like 5 different cocktails.
Oh.
Yeah. And they were like promoting that. So I was like, well, it'd be fun to stop by, just have a couple, check some emails, work. You know,
Check
not,
some
not
emails.
For fun, you know. So
Love
we did that. And then after, it was supposed to be like stop there, another bar, then go home. And then we ended up staying out till 9. And then we did emo karaoke at the Volstead in East Austin.
Oh, that's fun.
It was so fun.
What?
We stayed out till like 1 a.m.
Was it packed?
It ended up being pretty full.
Okay.
And then I did it. And I kept laughing because
Oh my God.
everybody had like the perfect screen that would like tell you when to sing.
Yeah.
And I did Taking Back Sunday, cute with an E or
Love
without an
that.
E.
Love
And
that.
mine, like, it didn't come up until late. And then it wasn't telling you when to start singing. So, like, I was
Oh,
off
no.
tune.
Oh no.
And the worst part, my friend signed me up and was like the ATX drinker. So, as soon as they called me up, I saw like
Oh.
3 faces be like,
They were just like, now it's the ATX drinker.
Yeah.
What?
so
Oh,
I had to
God.
just like play it off. But it was such a fun time. And I'm pretty sure they do it every Tuesday. So,
Oh, dope.
highly recommend.
I cannot picture you singing.
I know. I have a video of it. I'll have to show you later.
Oh my God, yes. I can't sing. And I've only done karaoke a couple times, but I always want to choose like the shortest song I can find or
yeah.
think of because I'm just like, nobody wants to hear this. And I just make a fool of myself.
Yeah, I think you would have a blast because that's how we were. Like the first hour, we were like, we're not doing this. Let's just watch everybody and have a good time. And then we were like 4 drinks in, and then everybody's like, I'm signing you up. No, I'm signing you up.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
we all ended up singing. Even Kelsey sang. So,
What did she sing?
oh, she did. I can't remember, but I think she might. Isn't there a song called Kelsey?
Is there?
And I was like, you're
Oh.
such a narcissist.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Love that for you. I think there was another emo karaoke spot downtown near Halcyon. But I don't know if they're there. It's
They
that place
should.
that has like a high turnover.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know
So
what I'm
they
talking
did Monday nights, and it was emo bingo.
Oh yes, is that still there?
So the same guy is who does it.
Oh my
but it's
God.
by Texas Emo.
Oh, so they do Jimmy Eat Wednesdays.
Yes. So he
Classic.
runs it and then brings in these other people that do the DJing and stuff.
Wow.
And that's a
Dude.
great recommendation for y'all. If you are into emo music, go to Texas Emo on like Instagram. They're constantly doing events and they do the best emo events.
Have you ever been to Jimmy Eat Wednesday?
Plenty of times.
It's so fun.
It's one of my favorite events.
That event is old.
Yeah.
Like I think my first time was 2013.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was just like, nothing will ever beat this moment. Like, in time. And I was like, they should do this, like not just every month, but every week. And,
Yeah.
And then as I got older and like work came into play, you're just like, it's a Wednesday. I'm like, why is this not on a Friday?
I know. Well, I will say I've been seeing them do some like random events on like a Saturday every once in a while now at Barbarella. It'll be called something different,
Mm,
but they're doing like more and more emo events.
okay.
And I think it's because he's been like throwing them out there and they'll still end up being very popular and filled. But yeah, there's something special about just like letting it all go on a Wednesday night.
On a Wednesday night, I love emo night, but your girl really only goes out on the weekends now. I saw you on, what day did I see you? Tuesday?
What were we doing?
Taking a photo.
Oh, yes.
And you were like, what are y'all doing after this? And we were like, it's Tuesday. And then I find out you went out that night and me and my boyfriend just
Yeah.
chilled.
I know. It's so funny because I don't know. It's something weird about living in Austin where FOMO is real. So like if the sun is out, or I'll walk my dog sometimes, and we walk by a couple bars or a
Oh
restaurant,
yeah.
and you see people just having fun.
Well, you are in the hub of it all,
True.
like for sure. I think I'm like on a pretty quiet street, and that way I can just put the FOMO away. But
It
that
probably
was,
helps.
yeah. I also feel like because you moved here in your 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That like you've kind of got like this new rejuvenated energy that you go out as much as I did when I was 22.
Yeah.
And now that I've lived here so long, I'm just like, uh, I'll catch it when I catch
That's
it.
100% a real thing, because I lived in a suburban Jersey. So our trips were like every 3 months we'd get an Airbnb in New York or Philadelphia and live it up. But then we're talking 1 to 2 months where it's just like staying at home or going to the local bar.
Really?
Yeah. So now
Wow.
to have events, concerts, bars like right there, I feel so lucky, and I want to make
Yeah.
the most of it. So
I love that point of view. I mean, I did used to live in San Antonio, which to me is suburbia, even though to others it's like a big poppin' city. But I think if you actually grew up there, you know it's where you go to like settle down.
hmm
It's kind of hard to like go out there and bar hop because everything's like far away from each other. Um, so I agree with you when I became 21 and I was like, whoa, like Sixth Street is so huge and I can just go bar to bar to bar. Um, but I think over time I've taken it for granted, which I think if I just lived somewhere shitty for like a year, I would come back and be like,
100%.
I would go out every day again.
100%. And I even feel myself getting comfortable from time to time, like being here. You take it for granted. And that goes back to maybe something we'll bring up later in the podcast. But, if you've been here your whole life, sometimes you don't realize how special it is. And some people even like to hate on Austin.
Yeah.
But when you see what else is out there, we are very lucky.
We really are. Like, I need to remind myself that more often. Okay, so we are going over Austin ins and outs today, and I would love to start off just with like a rapid fire of things
Okay.
and see what your immediate thoughts are. And you'll just be like in or like just say in or out.
That's it. Okay.
Okay. Espresso martinis.
In.
I think they're out. I think I've told you this. I think people need to get on board with a carajillo.
I mean, that's a great point.
Like,
I'm not against that, because I'm all about diverse cocktails, not just ordering the same things, trying new stuff. So.
I think espresso martinis had their biggest year last year, and now I'm just like, I think maybe bars are getting lazy and they're like cold brew,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just like, this is not. I've had a really good espresso martini, but lately they just haven't been hitting.
Be interesting. See, I'm viewing it as like a whole, and when I think of espresso martinis, I think of it such as a good way to start the night with some caffeine and a little bit of alcohol. It gets everybody going when they're being a little boring.
Oh my god, that's so true.
But when you're talking about quality, I'm like on your side. It does feel like a lot of bars in Austin are just trying to have an espresso martini on their menu,
Yes.
and not everybody can do it right.
Yes, and when I see them offering like $7 espresso martinis, I'm
It's
like,
just like watered down black coffee.
no, it literally is. And I'm like, why am I drinking coffee at like midnight? I'm like, I have to go home soon. And then I'm
best nights.
buzzing. Brunch. This is a hot take.
I'm gonna say, I mean, it's out, but like brunch as a whole is in. But in Austin, I mean, I want some better brunch spots. So
I think brunch in Austin is so out right now.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's out. I agree.
I have not had like a really satisfying brunch in Austin in a long time.
Yep, and
Like-
I'm in agreement on that.
Like they all kind of, I'm just like, give me more.
Yeah, and I wanted to like tie that into like mimosas, whereas you
Mm.
can find some deals,
Mm-hmm.
but I missed the day where there was like 5 bars with bottomless mimosas.
Yes.
And now it's like, well, they do this one, and the first, is this much, and then it's like, no, I just want it to be $18, and you can sit there for 2 hours and drink as many mimosas as you want.
I know. And now I only know like currently of maybe 2 bottomless mimosa deals.
Exactly.
And I just assume they're like batch made.
Sure.
Like they're not like actually pouring like hefty pours of champagne and a the right amount of OJ. Like it's just mostly OJ.
Okay. Do you have a good one that comes to mind?
Um
Even if it's not bottomless. Any good mimosa deals?
right now, the Codependent is
Okay, I
having
saw that.
mimosa deals Saturday and Sunday for $2.50 each mimosa.
Which is incredible because they're not like a cheap place.
I know
So
that I was blown away. I was like, this is like a $10 mimosa place.
Yeah.
So I was shocked.
so that's a good deal right there.
I know. I feel like it might not. I just feel like these deals don't last that long
I
because then
guess-
people get wind of it, which I'm guilty of
Well,
telling people
yeah.
about it. But then it like gets so popular and then they take it away.
So true.
That's what Tipsy Alchemist did.
Ah.
They had dollar mimosa deals every Sunday. Me and my friends went for like 3 weeks in a row to Tipsy Alchemist, and they stopped after we went too much.
And let me tell you, I can drink whiskey neat. I can drink like 10 shots and I'm fine.
What?
But if you give me a few mimosas, I'm like
you're on the
feeling
floor.
it. Yeah. It's something with the carbonation and the sugar.
Oh,
But-
that sugar will get you.
Mimosas are like, that's where Sundays turn rowdy. And you're like, this was supposed to be a recovery day.
True. Are you team mimosa or Bloody Mary?
Mimosa.
Get out.
Yeah. I don't even like Bloody Marys. I don't drink them.
Ah. You know, most people will probably agree with you. I am a Bloody Mary stan. Like, there are dozens of us. I love a spicy Bloody Mary, but
Kelsey likes them too. That's her go-to.
I did see a meme that was like, so you like drinking spaghetti sauce with vodka? Like, get the hell out of here.
That is
And I was
so
like,
funny.
I was like, I need to.
That's
take
how I
a-
feel. It feels like drinking just like sauce.
You know, if I think about it like that, then I'm like, what is wrong with me? But I don't know. A spicy one just hits. I can't explain it.
I believe you. I mean, if I liked like more, and that's Kelsey's like she likes earthy stuff. So
Mm.
like she likes vegetables. She likes like
Oh.
cucumber, spicy martinis.
Love those.
Yeah. So.
So she's a gin girly.
And I'm like, where's the umbrella? Because I like sweet drinks.
Where's the Frozens? Love that. Mullets.
Ooh, it's out. It's out because now everybody's doing it.
I'm sick of them.
Yeah.
Some people can pull them off.
Yes.
And then others, I'm just like, what?
Yeah. It did reach that point. Can I throw one out there since we're doing that?
Okay.
Mustaches.
They're still in.
Even though like I kind of shaved mine down and it almost doesn't even look like a mustache right now, but I was going for it pretty hard at one point, and I might go back to it.
They're still in.
Cool.
Girls and guys too love a mustache.
Amazing.
I should have wrote that down. That's
yeah,
a good
well,
one.
That's a good bounce off. So
Yes. Smash burgers.
The-
Like everyone having a smash burger place.
I literally just had NEDC with my brother earlier in the day.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I mean, I think it's in, and it even tastes like this was one of the best times I've had it. I was eating, I was like, wow. Last time I was like, this is good, but it's not the best, and all of a sudden, and then today I was like, this might be one of the best.
Are you okay with more smash burger places opening? This is what I mean by in or out. Or should we put a cap on this?
I feel like we have the right amount, and the reason why I say that is with my brother being here. He's a big foodie, and I'm like, oh, what's another good one we could try? Oh, what's another? Because we're like so excited to try more,
Mm.
and I do feel like we're like running out of some places to try, because we've tried so many.
Mm-hmm.
But I get what you're saying. Like I almost want to say that about pizza,
Yeah.
where I'm like, oh, we're opening up another pizza place, and it's not
No.
even, you know.
Literally though.
But yeah, so you say out.
I agree with you. I agree we have enough.
Okay, yeah. So we're kind of at a good spot.
Yeah, I think we have enough smash burger places.
Yeah, actually, like that's a good point too. Smash burger, like try
Mm.
some different stuff. You know, like the Casino El Camino burger, like a thick one.
Mm.
That'd be nice to have more
I
of those.
do love theirs, yes. You know what's crazy? When I first moved here, Hop Dotty was the spot.
That's so crazy
burgers.
to me.
And even me, like, I was a freshman at UT, and we went to Hop Dotty, and I was like, this is the best burger I've ever had. And now I'm like, the hell? Like,
Wow.
did we just not have as many options back then.
I know. And don't get me wrong, I still go to Hop Dottie sometimes and it hits.
Yes.
You know, they have the great frozen margarita and there's the
Yes.
fries are incredible.
I do like Hop Dottie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great, like, you know, chain option.
Mhm.
But, yeah.
But I agree with you. There's just so many good burgers nowadays that it's on a
I
different
know.
level.
I feel like we talk about burgers every episode.
The good thing is most people that follow us probably know we're gonna give so many bar recommendations, so many food recommendations. So
know.
it's probably okay.
It's okay. Restaurants and hotels turning a storage closet into a speakeasy.
I'll say out.
What if I was like, that is so in? I kind of swayed with
That
the
would be
language
funny.
there, but you know that's a real thing.
Yeah.
The Four Seasons did that with a hotel room that wasn't being used.
Oh, I didn't know that specifically.
They invited me to go, and I took a look online, and it's literally an old room
No way.
turned into a speakeasy.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on.
Look, if a hotel wants to pay me.
Yeah, they did not want to pay me, and I was like,
But you know, I lean away from hotels in general. I know like some of them have rooftops that we can visit and other stuff, pools and all this
Dude.
stuff. But that's not what, to me, when we want to talk about keeping Austin authentic, it's not because we're joining a chain hotel to promote them. You know what I mean? I want to promote a speakeasy that is hidden on 6th Street or has these different vibes. So that's the only reason I say out is I still like going to them from time to time, but I like the bars that are their own unique thing in Austin.
Agreed. I thought that was just such a weird concept from that hotel. Any cocktail more than $20?
Oh, I am so tossed up on this, but I'm gonna say, ooh,
You're like in.
I'm gonna say out. I think 20 should be the max.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm gonna say I
Wow.
actually lean against a lot of people with complaining about prices constantly.
What do you
So
mean?
like some places will have $15 cocktails and I'll get so many comments about that's crazy. I can't believe prices are so expensive in Austin. And I'm like, first off, it's not just Austin. Like inflation as well as just cities becoming more popular. I was back in Jersey in a regular like suburban area and it was a $20 cocktail.
What?
Yeah.
Was it like
And Jersey's
fancy
expensive.
made? Oh, is it?
It was like a local pizza spot that like did good cocktails. It was nice cocktails. But
Okay.
like I'm like, oh, this is almost more expensive than Austin. And we're complaining here just like I can't believe the prices and I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, y'all realize we're one of the biggest cities and most popular cities.
Yeah.
The prices match the
Yes.
demand.
Yes. If it matches the location, like if I'm downtown at a fancy swanky bar, then I just expect that.
Okay.
I would love for these swanky places to cap it at $18.
Oh, that'd be nice.
15 even better. But yeah, if it's like some, you know, super South Austin random bar, chill vibes, and I'm like, why are y'all charging $20 for this? Like,
1000%. I do agree with that for sure.
and if it's batch made,
Yeah.
I'm like, that I think grinds my gears the most. I'm just like,
Yeah, they're like, here you go.
yeah, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that's such a good
Make it.
point. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the good thing about what we do is we're recommending the good bars and the bad bars, and the good ones deserve it. You know, like a Here Nor There Speakeasy downtown.
Yeah.
If the cocktail's $18, I mean, talk about being at a special place with bartenders that can change it to your liking and do something magical. So
Yeah, agreed. Tesla trucks.
oh man, that's out.
It's so out. Did you see that meme where they look like garbage trucks?
Oh, that's
or
funny.
garbage dumpsters.
There's gonna be one person that sees this and is like,
I drive
really?
a Tesla truck.
yeah.
Come
What-
on,
what
they're
about-
ugly as hell.
What about Teslas in general?
I mean, I'm just used to them now.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I have been in one, and it was like a economic Uber choice.
Oh, okay.
So a Tesla came to pick me up, and I was like, all right, this is pretty nice. I was like in denial. I'm
I know
like,
they
all right, I get
are.
it. But apparently, like, if you crash one or one gets dented in any way, it's like you can only go to a Tesla dealership to get it fixed, or you can't just take it to any mechanic. Like,
Yeah, I think that
That's what
they
I
have to
heard.
have like the right material and then the computer system has to be ran through like the Tesla system, and most places don't have that or something. So
Yeah, I feel like a Tesla, it just looks like it will crumble like aluminum foil to
yeah,
me. But they look sleek,
I
you
want to be
know?
the typical Austinite, and I want to get like an old Ford truck. That's kind of what I want to do next.
Oh, like one you see on South Congress parked kind of.
Hmm.
Those are so cute.
That's what I want. I just actually watched Dazed and Confused last night, and I was like, damn, it's a vibe.
Did it show did you recognize the burger place?
Yeah, top
Yeah.
notch.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so
It's
cool.
wild. Have you
I
been there?
know. I think I have once.
It's been years, but I can't even remember what their burgers tasted like. But it's so cool to see them in a movie.
So cool.
Okay. Purple Ritas.
Oh, you're talking to the ATX drinker, baby.
Shut up.
They're in. I'm wild. I'll drink it. I don't care.
Come on, Anthony. Those are gray. They're not even purple. Those are gray made
Don't
with
get me wrong.
Everclear. Don't do it.
It has a taste.
I wrote out Purple Ritas in the Nada
Oh,
Ritas.
come on. Yeah, Daynata is like top notch. So damn good.
And I think they're actually made with tequila.
But like, I also, every once in a while, like running with the degenerates.
I can't relate, but I love the stereotype about it.
Exactly.
And it is like an Austin staple, so I
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
so I run with it. But yeah, Daynata. Oh my god, they're so good.
75-cent martinis.
Oh, it's out for me because, like I said, you just are talking to the person that was okay with paying more for the good cocktails. But I understand it. Like I have nothing against the people that have the free time, and if you like being with your friends in line, and this is where I'm coming from, is like I just saw a line there the other day
Yes.
that wrapped around the block in 100-degree weather,
Oh,
and then
I'm like, this is not worth it.
yeah, and then they say like you get one, and then it takes you another 45 minutes to get another one.
Yeah.
So
I wrote in 75-cent martinis, but out waiting in line for said
oh,
martinis.
good way to put it. So that's the challenge, right?
Yeah.
So like Whistler's is the shit, and I've always loved that bar. But to save $10, I would rather just be like, let's pregame at our apartment, have a couple of drinks with friends, and then go hit up a bar, rather
Yeah.
than do that. So
It's wild. I think I might have said this already, that I learned that those are not batch made.
really,
They're making them.
interesting.
Yeah, and I'm like, y'all gotta change that because that's why the line is so long.
Yeah,
But respect, but also, and then I worry that like the bartenders aren't getting tipped well enough.
I guarantee it.
I would hope that people are not such cheap asses that they
Oh, I
don't. You know what I
know.
mean? But very bold, probably the boldest deal I've seen this year goes to
And it
Whistler's.
probably worked.
Like, oh yeah, they
Yeah.
got so much business, and I'm sure people like linger after said happy hour.
Buy other stuff. They probably get more content on social media, like
and
all
good,
this stuff.
and it's good for that food truck that's there too.
Yeah, which is one of my favorite burger spots too.
Yes. I already know what you're gonna say to this one, but pickleball.
That's on my ends
I
on my list
know.
today.
I know. I'm proud of you for actually like starting it and trying it.
Yeah.
I've been saying I want to try it for like a year, but I still haven't. I put on my story today. I asked the audience what are ins and outs, and a lot of people said out is pickleball.
And I'm interested to know like the people that say that, are they playing it? Are they not?
I'm sure they're not.
They're
playing
not
it.
playing it. Yeah.
I'm sure they're just sick of hearing about it, which it is everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel out of the loop for not playing.
And I get it. Like playing any new sport is intimidating because you embarrass yourself when you don't know it. But after like 2-3 times trying it, you're like rolling with it. And then, nowadays as we get older, it's harder to get into sports. And it's one of those sports that you don't need to be super athletic to play it. And by the time you're done.
You're speaking my language. I am not. I am not athletic, but apparently that's not needed. Lake Travis.
It's in. It's gonna stay in for me. I love it. Like that's such a good time.
What?
I feel like everything you've thrown at me has been outs. Do you have any ins?
I said, what did I say? I said in bars that make you put your phone away,
Okay,
like the new Parlor Room where you literally cannot use your phone
sure. Why is it in?
because it makes you like be more present.
Okay.
And like have actual conversations with your friends instead of like when there's a lull, people just like Anytime I see like
Yeah.
people on their phone like zombied out and it's a group of people, I hate it. And if I notice my group is doing that and I'm doing it, I'm like, like
Yeah.
I try not to look, but
I'm surprisingly really good with that. When I hang out with like my core friends, I sometimes forget to even look at my phone like most of the night. And I
yeah.
would like not post, and I'm like, I still gotta post.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. That was my in and I said out bars with no food options because I'm tired of when I'm drinking and I'm just like, what's good here? And then there's no food and then I'm just like,
Should we go get food after this?
no, literally, I think every bar should have either snacks or a food truck
Something.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Which most of them do. So really,
True.
not many bars fit under this. I said out concerts at Coda.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't love it there.
Circuit
I
of
hate
the
the set.
Americas is so far, and the parking situation is just chaos. And even more so, if I Uber there, trying to find a ride leaving Coda,
Mhm.
good luck.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be waiting like it depends how many they all leave at once and they're all calling an Uber at once and it's just like mayhem.
And they just announced that Post Malone's going to be there.
I
2 nights.
know.
And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go.
I want to go so bad, but I was like, Posty,
It's
why didn't you
Posty.
come to the Moody Center? Like all these other big names.
Yeah.
Like I would have been there. I would have paid VIP.
Or do 3 nights at the Moody Amphitheater or something like that. How crazy would that be?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Oh,
I did say in concerts at the Moody.
I was going to put that too, as in,
I love the
because
Moody
they're
Center.
crushing it with the people they've been getting.
Literally back-to-back bangers
Yep.
and artists. I'm just like, y'all are killing it.
And they were like number 4th on income by a I don't know, theater center, whatever. So that was like crazy. I'm surprised when they have places out there like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did they do that? Like,
And
you
if
beat out.
Harry Styles can sell out 5 nights at the Moody Center, I know Post Malone,
100%.
maybe he just didn't want to do that many. I
I
don't
know
know.
part of it is because it's like his F1 tour.
Oh.
There was something weird about it with that. So maybe he was like, let's do it at the racetrack.
Oh. Is it for F1?
I don't know, but that's what it like. We got to look it up later, but there was something to do with that.
Then I'm really not going to go. 'Cause in 2016, I went to F1 because Taylor Swift was the artist of the night. I'm a Swiftie, love her. And it was so much fun, but getting home, like,
Oh,
literally, like, Ubers, nope. The apps weren't working. My friend's phone was dead.
Ugh.
All these taxis were coming in just to pick up people that had, like, booked them before. Buses wouldn't let us on. They were like, we're booked. Sorry, you got to book ahead. And finally, like, we found, like, this random guy who was getting into a taxi that he called before. And we did not know this man, but we were like, can we please just get in your taxi? Which is a risk as 2 girls.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, I'm going to Rainy Street. And we were like, that's fine. Just get us
Wherever.
away from here. And thankfully, it worked out. We were fine. But I'll never forget that as my first F1 experience.
Speaking of concerts, ACL dropped their schedule,
Oh, I know.
which will be much easier if you haven't been to ACL. You can walk home. You don't have to, but I did it last year. I walked an hour home.
What? Oh my God.
It was kind of crazy.
Damn. What an
but
adventure.
you recommended her to me, and I didn't realize how good she was until now. Now I'm a huge fan.
Oh.
Chapel Rome.
I knew you were going to say that.
And I'm like, oh my God, who is this girl? She's so good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they just showed a video of her at Lollapalooza.
Yes.
And it was like she filled up 2 stages, not on purpose. Like they were all looking at the one stage.
I know.
So I wonder what it's going to be like at ACL. I didn't see what stage she's on. Please tell me she's on one of the main stages.
I checked. Oh,
Okay.
that was like the first thing I checked.
Okay.
I was like, they better put her on the big stage. And they did,
Good.
which it's still going to be.
Oh, it's going to be, yeah.
It's going to be chaos.
Oh,
Fun chaos.
yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing and she's going to kill it. I think this is going to be her first, at least major concert in Texas.
Okay.
So I just know that like all of Texas is going to like come into Austin to see her.
100%.
Yeah, she is like the it girl this year. It's amazing to see her rise to fame. And yeah, I'm excited. But
Yeah, this lineup is insane this year. And the more we get closer, the more I'm like, oh, ACL is going to be special.
I know anytime like Lollapalooza is always like early August, and every time I see videos of people having fun at the festival, I'm like, I can't wait for ACL, which
100%.
is like in 2 months now,
So ACL is in,
basically.
baby.
Imagine I'm like ACL is out. Like no, I
I
go
would quit the
every year.
podcast. I'm out of here.
I go every year. How can I say that? Tasting menus.
I mean, the last one I did was like Pasta Bar. I got to do it more often. You do it more than me for sure. And I had such a great time at Pasta Bar.
It is really good.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like it's in, but I feel like you have to answer this one.
I I I am kind of over it.
Okay.
Like if they can fill me up, then and they're not like absurdly expensive, then I have a great time and it's good. It's really good for like anniversaries or special birthdays. But like just going on a random weekend, I'm not a tasting menu girly.
Sure.
Like I remember my first ever experience at Emmer and Rye, I still left hungry. And it's really easy to like fill me up. So I was like, why
That would be,
am
I was going to ask that.
Yeah, and I'm like, why am I starving right now? No hate against them. They're like the owners of my favorite restaurant, Kanji. So
I have to go there still.
you do. It's so good.
Have you
But
done barley swine?
yes, yes, I did like that tasting menu
Me
a
too.
lot. Again, though, I think they're good for special occasions. I would like more like big portion places to become popular again.
That's a big thing in Jersey is like Italian restaurants where like they bring family dishes. And
Oh
then
my God.
you could share it with people, but sometimes people just go on a date and they each get their own.
That's sick.
And it's like, homemade chicken parm and
Oh my
pasta,
God.
and it's incredible.
Have you found anywhere like that in Austin?
No, but somebody just recommended a really good Italian place. I forgot its name. It's like,
Sammy's,
no,
El Bruto,
no,
Juliet's,
no. It's a small little place.
Birdie's.
No. I don't think it's not like one of the big named places. This is why I'm so excited about it.
Oh,
And I think
well,
it's a little north,
is it
but
like
not like north.
De Roma or something?
Maybe.
People are talking about this new place, and I'm like, how good could it be?
I know. It looked like there was like red and white walls or something like that.
Okay.
It looked like it wasn't an expensive place.
Okay,
But somebody was like, it's one of the best pasta I've ever had.
you better send me this place.
I will. I'm going to find out what it is as soon as we're done with this.
Interesting. I'm like trying to think what it is.
Il Bruto, some of the best martinis in Austin.
Oh, okay. Like specific martini or
They usually make a monthly special and then they have other stuff,
okay.
but they're on like 55 and every month they've been doing a different one. And these are like, this is the first release, second release, third release. And their like bar manager has been creating them.
Ooh.
And she's like a master at doing it. She's even visited like Italy and other places to get her knowledge. And
Oh.
some really unique. Well, they did one that came out with like an oyster on the plate with it was meant to be like a pairing with the
What?
martini. Yeah,
That's
really
fun.
cool.
Is it $25?
I think that one was.
But without the oyster?
But that one's one example of like without it, it's probably like 18 or something.
Of
but-
course.
But I think they do a really good happy hour too. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head.
That is fair. I'll have to check that out. Okay, I did say this isn't out for me, and probably you too, but happy hours that are 2 to 5 p.m., weekdays only.
Oh, ow. I mean, come on.
Dude.
I even get mad when it ends at 7. I'm like, go to 8.
Literally, like, I think 7 is like the latest I've seen them go, but
Yeah.
2 to 5, you're just telling people, like, play hooky.
Yeah.
And they're like, I gotta work. That's so inconvenient. I
I-
also hate happy hours that are only 1 hour. They're like, you better come 5 minutes before the happy hour and order within this 1 hour time
And I'm
frame.
contradicting myself on the prices, but it drives me crazy when places go, our happy hour is $2 off your drinks.
Oh my
And then the drink is $20
You're like,
and it's now 18.
now it's 18.
Yeah. Which like
that is the
come on.
worst. It is the worst. I'm like, you conned me.
Yeah. So I found the place because I remember that my friend sent it to me. So
Oh.
it's called Artie Pasta.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So they're a brick and mortar up north, but they're also a food truck in South Austin.
Oh,
at
really?
The Thicket. I've had them before. So good.
Real? Okay, so it's
Yeah.
legit.
It
Yeah,
was
that looks pretty
it's
amazing.
so good. But I don't think the portions were as big as you were describing in New Jersey.
Oh no, I was just thinking of good pasta. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
yes, I would highly recommend them. I'm sure you've already tried Patrizzi's.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do enjoy it. I'm like, this came out of a food truck?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Patrizzi's is so good. Love them. But Arti pasta is very like comparable, I'd say.
Okay. I'm gonna try that soon.
Okay, I'm gonna. Unless, do you want to give yours?
I think
I'm
this
like
actually-
talking a lot.
I'm telling you, I'm such an optimist. Like in general, I always find like the positive in things.
I mean, me too. It's
No,
just
I'm not saying.
fun.
I'm not saying. No, I'm just saying like we both probably struggle at this game
Yeah, yeah,
because I'm not one of those people that like automatically hates things.
yeah. Yes.
And I've had many friends that we go out and they're just like, could be better here. Or
Really?
like, oh yeah. I just
Men
feel like
and women?
honestly, I think most people in general are like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're quick to complain, but not the same when it comes to how I feel. Where I don't know, I can be like, well, they do this right, so I love that about it, type of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, what are they not impressed with?
I'm just saying in general, like 7 out of 10 people are quicker to be like, I was expecting more, and
That's fair. You know, sometimes we get like hosted a lot, like media
Yeah.
things, and like our meals or drinks will be free. And sometimes I really have to like take myself out of it and be like, would I pay for this again? And sometimes the answer is no.
yeah.
But you gotta like try to look at it from a, you know, non-biased
I
perspective.
know I should probably do that because I'm a sucker. They'll be like, so this started with our grandmother and
Oh, I
the restaurant's been going through generations, and I'm like, this is the best story ever.
I know. I'm a sucker for a sweet story. Do you want me to read some of these, or you want to say any of yours?
Let me see what I have, but throw another one at me.
Well, in or out, Austin influencers.
So I mean, it's a weird conversation. We were actually having this with the person who owns the podcast studio when I was here the other week, because he was like, he thinks, is it a bubble and it's going to burst,
Oh God.
just like the real estate market? And I was like, I no. I think from the research I do on being a creator, I think there's always going to be quality creators who know how to make it, who know how to put out good stuff, bring value. And there's going to be this other 80% of the world that are coming and going, starting pages, and they don't succeed at it, and they quit, and then new ones come along.
That's true.
So, yeah, the Austin influencer, we're here, so we see it. So it seems like a lot, but every city has their own.
Yes.
They're all over, and people are going to continue to try to do it.
That's true.
So-
It's funny. This is random, but my friend moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, I believe, or South Carolina. Charlotte. And she was like, there are no influencers here. She's like, I'm the first one. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's, I guess, a benefit, and Gary Vee talks about that a lot, and he's like filling those gaps of things that people don't do. And I honestly think, I think I put out good content, and my personality probably helps a little bit, but there wasn't anybody that was like, I'm going to just do drinks. So it kind of gave me like that, I filled that gap of being the drink person.
Yes.
And I wonder if that would help like in other cities where there's people not doing every category.
Yeah, I've noticed more niche creators coming out of the woodworks and trying something. Like someone does just, she works remote, so she posts about like best places to work remote
Oh,
in
interesting.
Austin. Someone is gluten free, so she only posts like gluten free restaurants, like stuff like that.
Which
so,
to, go against it, it's even more impressive that you're able to be successful because there is so much competition in the food game.
it's a lot, but I started so long ago, so I think that's
It helps.
why. Yeah,
Mm.
I've just been doing this for so long that I got lucky. The people are putting the dead rabbit is in.
Oh, that's
Oh.
great. So that's what I have. I have Irish pubs are currently in Austin.
I support this.
And the reason why I say this is if you asked us 4 years ago, I would say they're out. We have no good Irish pubs, not like enough, I should say. And then fast forward 4 years later, we have 2 that are so good and a couple others that are decent. So let's talk about the decent. We got BD Riley's at the Domain, right?
yes,
And then what's the one at Mueller? That was the one that used to be downtown and they moved to Mueller.
I thought that was also BD Riley's.
Is it? Maybe is there 2?
Maybe.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. Okay. So Jack and Ginger's is at the Domain.
Oh yes.
Is a great Irish pub.
Forgot
And
about
then BD Riley's is at Mueller.
yes.
And then Kelly's opened up in South Austin, which is arguably my favorite one.
Yes.
I don't know if I like that one more than Dead Rabbit.
Oh.
They're more authentic, more Irish at Kelly's. I mean, the
Okay.
owner, I can't even understand him sometimes because he speaks like
I
he's
love that.
fresh from Ireland. The food is so good. It feels like a small town pub. Like that's the difference I would say with the Dead Rabbit. So you go to Kelly's because you just want to feel like you're at like the neighborhood bar and you want that authentic Irish food and drinks. You go to Dead Rabbit if you want an Irish pub, but you want it to be enhanced cocktails, a more upscale menu, even though they just have some bar foods. And you're going to have more of a downtown feel. You know, people are stopping there after work at 5 o'clock. But both of them like are almost a 10 out of 10 for me.
Which one is smaller in space?
Kelly's.
Oh, really?
Well, it's weird. 'Cause I would say Kelly's is smaller, but you know, and you got like a little bar in the front, and then you walk down the side of the bar, and then there's a whole nother bar in the back.
Okay.
So it's almost like 2 rooms in a
Oh,
way.
okay.
And then you walk in Dead Rabbit, and it's like this wide open room that goes all the way down with like I don't know, 15 booths to sit in, and then a whole bar area to sit at. So,
Nice. I still need to go to Dead Rabbit.
oh
It
yeah.
looks sick.
So right now, Irish pubs are in.
I agree with that. Cute restaurants with crappy food.
I mean, out.
Yeah, that's been really common over, I feel like since COVID.
Okay, who is it? Say it.
Swim bar. I'm like, it's swim bar.
Oh, I didn't. So
People like said them by name too. And I have to agree, I really enjoyed swim bar for the vibes.
Yeah.
Drinks were fine, but the food was really mid. Everything was like forgettable in terms of food and drink, but the vibes very beautiful. And then you
Looked
get to
like it.
go in the pool after just for dining there.
Oh, interesting.
And it's all pink, and they have floaties, and they'll serve you drinks at the pool if you want. And I really liked it for the pool.
Just the food you thought could be better.
Yes, which I
Fair.
think all their money went into renovating the dining area. It's literally like it used to be an old empty pool, and you step down into the pool, and that's where the tables are.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
pretty cool.
cute. Great for photos. It's also walking distance to the Moody Amphitheater.
Okay.
So if people want
Oh,
a drink or a quick bite to eat, literally you could go there and walk to
that's
the
a
Moody.
great rec actually, because people always ask where to go, and there's
Yes.
not that many close places.
There's not, but this one is like so close.
Amazing. Good to know
Walkable
that.
close.
Okay.
Yeah, they need to open more in that area.
Did what was I gonna say? I forgot.
So the number one out that most people wrote down in this was running clubs.
So this is like it goes back to the pickleball thing because I'm like I'm just gonna be a hater if I say out
No, you're not.
because I don't want to be that person. Like I just feel like if people are being healthy and doing their thing, the only thing that I find hilarious about it is like it was based off of just sexy people posting about it.
No, literally. Like, why are they all so hot? I'm just like, y'all are already hot. Like,
And
what's
then you know, there's all these people moving to Austin, so they're like, "Oh yeah, I want to join that." I'm like, "Oh, wrong reasons, wrong reasons."
Here's a question for you and the masses. How horny do you have to be to join a running club?
Because I also like watch. I'm gonna be the guy that ends up dropping like another 10 pounds because I've been like really focusing on that, and then you're gonna see me at one of the running clubs, and they're like, "Wait a minute."
I think, again, this is all in jest, but I think if I were single and like I just moved here and I was like struggling to meet people, absolutely,
Yep.
I'm joining a running club.
That's 4 2.
Even if I look Delulu running in this heat. Like, here's the thing. Running clubs, great idea from like September to May, you know?
That's my biggest complaint. I don't know how they do it.
I know.
It's
They are
so hot.
they're built different. It's iconic, but I can't relate. And but most people, I don't think they have a problem with actually like groups getting together. It's more so, I don't know if you've seen one, but there are like masses amount of people that that are running and kind of like blocking the trail because there's so many. Like it looks like a race.
Interesting.
It looks like the Cap 10K is suddenly happening at
Wow.
a Saturday morning on the trail, and you're just like you literally have to step out of the way because there's so
Jeez.
many of them. My friend was actually coming down, I think Barton Springs Road, and a huge hordes of them were trying to cross across South Lamar to start running down Barton Springs Road. I think they end at Barton Springs so they can just like jump in, which is smart. But like they can't even all fit in one light to cross the road.
That's crazy.
Like it was so many that they had to wait for two lights to get them all
Wow.
across. And I was just like, what the hell? These people are taking over. And apparently this one popular one had to stop because they need a permit. Like they're so big now, they need a permit to run,
Wow.
which is crazy. I
Well,
didn't even
'cause
know that was a thing.
I found some of the guys that promote them on YouTube, and some of
Oh.
them go to the gym I go to, Lift ATX,
Oh, dope.
which I highly recommend. I love Lift ATX. I support them so much, and the owner is the best. But they'll start like some of the runs at Lift ATX and go from there, and it's like all the way in East Austin. They'll go all the way down throughout the city. It's like crazy.
Oh my God. Is Lift ATX just lifting, or is it also like treadmills and stuff?
They have like 3 treadmills and then like 2 stair climbers, and then the rest is just lifting. So if you're not into like resistance training or weightlifting, but there's a lot of like girls there that are just staying in shape, doing lunges and different things. I like it because the energy of the people there is like intoxicating. So there's been times where I'm like I'm too tired or whatever, and then once I start working out, I want to be there even longer because everybody's
Oh.
like very motivated.
Is it outside?
It's inside, outside, but even the inside is not air conditioned. It's open. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm like, how do I do it? But sometimes it's 100 degrees, but they have big fans
Oh,
and
okay.
a lot of it's shaded.
Damn.
But same thing. It's like,
I mean, I guess that makes you sweat more.
yeah. And it's like a no shirt. It's like all the dudes are wearing no shirts.
Mm.
I keep my shirt on.
I think I've seen videos or a lot of people go there.
Yeah, it's a
think.
big one. Like a lot of like YouTubers go there. They'll be like, we're in from Houston to the famous Lift ATX. Yeah.
Where is it?
I'm trying to think how to describe it. Do you know like the Sahara
Yes.
Lounge Bar? It's like
Oh.
out in East Austin over there.
Oh,
Like
okay.
further East Austin.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, and they do like car meets over there. They'll do like special cookouts sometimes. Really good community, aspect to it too.
Have you looked into the Sapien Center? People talk about that.
Yeah,
one
I
a
went to
lot.
an event there.
Ah.
Yeah, I know like Willpower,
Oh, dope.
a couple of guys over there. They're cool, but it's more of like a community
Oh, okay.
gym. So like, they'll do like weekend events where they'll do cookouts and stuff like that. But then they also have like a sauna room that you can go into.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It looks dope. I've just never been.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about the ones you saved. Or
Okay,
did you already?
let's see what else I didn't say.
Oh, yeah.
Should we do the dog one? Or which one were you
I
thinking?
liked your take on Sundays.
So for me, Sundays is currently out. In
Sundays
Austin,
are out.
Texas.
We're done with Sundays, skipping them completely. No, I'm kidding.
And I don't know if that's like the correct way to say it
No, I
because
like
it's
that.
not that I want Sundays to be out. It's just that there's nothing happening that's really worth going out.
It's wild.
And please tell us, like, let me know where we can go on Sundays. And we're supposed to be the ones giving the guides.
I know.
But it's just like slowly died down. And we talked about this on another episode. But Rainy Street was pretty good for Sundays at one point,
Rainy was the spot
right?
10 years ago. Or even when you first moved here.
Yeah, Bungalow,
it's changed so fast.
Eisenhower's. So yeah, that's not there anymore. And it's like we need at least one spot that you can go to where it's a party every Sunday. And it's for the people that, a lot of like even industry workers might work Friday and Saturday. So their day to go out is Sunday.
Do people go out to Latchkey on Sundays?
They used to. I stopped going because I used to go with Nether Hour, which actually brings me to my one Sunday recommendation.
Are you going to say?
WTF. That's
Oh.
where.
Oh, they're
Nether
there
Hour-
now?
They're there, and they usually have like a band before them, a band after them. And
Huh.
honestly, we drive by on a Sunday, like from 4 to 8, and it's
packed.
packed.
Wow.
But that's it. Like that's the only place I know.
What about Austin Garden? Is it dead on
I don't know if
Sunday?
I've been on a Sunday when it was busy, but I should check it out.
I just assume in the summer, like, it's too hot.
Yeah.
For like patio bars only.
And that's probably a factor too, right? Like maybe in October we'll be like, oh, Sundays does have some good spots. I know Reina, the new rooftop bar, is trying to do some stuff,
Oh, true.
but I haven't gone back. So
Yeah. We need more bars with AC. I put this in and out, restaurants without AC.
I mean, that's crazy.
I know.
How would you not have AC?
Have you eaten at the Nada?
Yeah, but I think it was like when it was good weather and it was on the patio.
So me and my friend ate inside at the Nada like a month ago, and I had to like take out my fan because there's no AC
Oh,
in there,
no.
and I'm just like, y'all are not an outside restaurant. Like, yes, there's a patio, but this is an inside area. Like, where is the AC?
They really impressed me with how like popular they are too.
I blame those pink cups.
True.
People love them.
I drove by the other day. It was packed. Like it looked like it was like
is.
Cinco de Mayo.
They did a great marketing, whatever they did. Oh, I also put out. This is out. Mocktails, the same price as cocktails.
I know. I just posted about some mocktails over at Uptown Sports Club, and I got messages, people complaining about the pricing, and I found out like what the real reason is, and it's because a lot of these bars will use non-alcoholic substitutes that cost a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
so
the
like
point of them?
it's supposed to like replace the taste of what
Oh.
alcohol would taste like. But I agree with you. I'm like, is it completely necessary? Because just mixing those flavors to make that taste like it. So like, there's this one that's like a spicy ginger taste to it, and it's supposed to be a supplement to drinking alcohol that's like almost whiskey like. So I don't know. It's interesting. That's what the bars have told me, is that it's because they're using a lot of products that are high end and it bumps the price up.
I can make an exception if they're using these expensive like alcohol replacers, but when it's like Topo Chico, ginger and lime,
Oh,
and some muddled jalapeno,
like
and you're-
16.
I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane.
Also,
Um,
the
yeah.
sober lifestyle in Austin is super interesting to me because, like, on one end, you're like, I'm just trying to take a break from drinking. And then on the other end, you'll be talking to somebody like, yeah, I had to quit because it was ruining my life. I'm like, whoa, that's not where I was going with it. I'm just taking a break from drinking.
What?
I've had that conversation come out when I was just like not having an alcoholic drink.
Oh,
And
damn.
I feel bad for them because I can't relate. Like people online probably think I might have a problem because they see me posting all the time. But I'm like, it was a couple weeks ago, 7 days. It didn't even cross my mind to have a drink.
Yeah.
So luckily it's in my genetics or whatever
Yeah.
to not have that urge. I can go whenever if I didn't have to shoot content or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
I think it's interesting. And I think, I don't know, with my content, I eventually want to push a little more for people to be comfortable, to be sober. And that's where the mocktail thing gets interesting because it's like, it sucks that they're expensive, but also how do we make people feel comfortable going out and just drinking mocktails and still having a good time?
Yeah. It's definitely gotten, well, it's gotten easier for me to not drink at bars. Like, a lot of it does have to do with the price of
For sure.
drinks.
For
and I'm
sure.
just like, I don't know. I don't need to go home alone drunk. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like, I went to Fressa's with some friends last weekend, and for a tiny glass margarita, it was like $12. And I was like, I don't need this. Like, I'd rather have a bowl of queso.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I will say that's part of my problem. Like being with Kelsey, it's fun to drink with her.
Oh.
I'm sure you feel that way when like you're with your boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, he's like fun, sober, or drinking.
Okay.
He's honestly like the same. So I don't know. I've just like, I guess it's just with age. Like, I'm trying to like take care of my body
Yeah,
more.
that's where it comes in.
And
yeah.
like, I do have my own health goals, even though people see me eating like pizza and burgers like all the time. I love to eat, but I also work out. So I'm kind of like hit this plateau, and I'm like, what can I take? What can I adjust or
Yep.
take out to like help me hit those goals? It's a struggle.
It's a struggle, but
Life is hard.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe I will drink just 3 days this week instead of 5.
Balance.
Yep.
All right, let's finish off with those other.
Yeah, let's see what else I have.
I think you had two more.
Yeah, I have. Well, one, I was going to bring this up. I'm going to be a little more, out there, but I want to like use our platform to do good things if we can. And I'm a big like dog rescue person. My dog is a rescue. So I was going to say it's in to adopt a dog. It's out to buy a dog that's not like from a shelter or local. And we have like multiple shelters in Austin that are full. And I feel like this is an opportunity. If you're looking for a dog, I'm not kidding you when I say this. Every person I meet that adopted a dog ends up getting like the sweetest dog. They're like
Yeah.
easy to train. And then whenever you hear somebody that like paid 2K, 3K for a dog, it's like this vicious thing that's like barking at everyone.
Like a nightmare doodle or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly. So right
Uh,
now they're overrun, and if you can like support them by buying a dog, that would be incredible. So
I'm with you there. I don't have a pet, but when I finally stop being lazy and I do get a pet, I will adopt for sure.
yeah,
Um, was there any more?
I think there was one last one on here. Oh yeah, for sure. So this is going to be my hot take, but once again, this goes back to being like such a positive person.
Let's hear it.
But what is out is hating on Austin, Texas.
Yes.
And I know people do this in every city, but there's just like this movement of people being like, Austin's not what it used to be. All these people are from California are moving here. But in my opinion, if you still like weigh up against other major cities, there's so many great positives. Like it's not many cities that you can get an apartment for $2,000. I got a 2-bedroom for 2,000
Damn.
in East Austin, which is like the most popular area right now. Try to do that in New York City. Good luck.
I know you will get a closet.
Yeah, and like the experience, I mean, some people will argue that New York is like way better, but I would say what you get in return is almost the same. So if you're looking for community, if you're looking for bars and restaurants, you're going to get that here. You're going to have more parks here than you can find in New York City.
Yeah.
So there's like endless positives. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you lean more towards hating how Austin is nowadays, or do you think the hate has gone too far sometimes?
I'm definitely not a hater because obviously I live here, and if I hated it, I would just move elsewhere. I do think ever since 20, I don't know when the whole like surgence of Californians came, 2018-ish maybe, when Tesla came and then he
Mm.
brought Twitter, I guess, and it just felt like so much so fast, and suddenly Teslas were everywhere, and everyone I met in this time frame was from California, and I was just like, huh, like, and I didn't realize it until it became like more frequent, and then I overheard someone be like, oh, South Congress is like San Diego, and I'm like, huh? And I'm just like, so when I hear these things, I'm like, oh, that's kind of concerning.
Sure.
But when it comes down to what I care about in a place I live, I care about like kind people, easy to get places, like good food, good drinks. Obviously, like my community and friends is important to me. You're right. I think we have a plethora of parks and places that when it is so hot and we're dying, that we have somewhere to go to, cool off, Barton Springs, pools like Travis, like Austin. So yeah, I really can't complain because I love where I live. That's why I stay, and I'm happy to be here.
Same.
Ended that on a positive note.
Yeah, I love that.
Look at us.
I should have threw out like a hot take right after that. I mean, like, screw this bar. Okay, thanks for watching.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching. No, but I think we're good.
Yeah, this was a great episode. We're probably gonna have to do this again because you know what? I think I'm gonna like build up some in and outs like throughout the next few weeks, and then maybe we can run it back.
I am open ears. It was a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah. So thank y'all for watching. We are at the Austin Pod, or Anthony is at the ATX Drinker, or Whiskey Boys. I'm at 512 Bites, Rachel Lately. We're very online. So
Yes.
so please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Cheers.